Welcome to the International Conference of the Red Cross and Red Crescent, where we set the policies, vision, and guidelines that guide our movement and unite all of our national societies. The Central Mediterranean is one of the deadliest migratory routes, and in the past years, more than 23,000 people have lost their lives or have been recorded missing. And we are afraid that the actual numbers might be even higher than that. In 2021, IFRC started a partnership with SOS Mediterranee, European Maritime Humanitarian Organization, conducting search and rescue missions to save lives in the Mediterranean Sea with the rescue ship Ocean Viking. So today I'm joined by Birgitte Ebbesen, the IFRC Regional Director for Europe, Elliot Guy, the Deputy Director of Ocean Viking, SOS Mediterranee in Switzerland, and Francesca Basile, the Head of Migration Unit at the Italian Red Cross. And my first question goes to Elliot. So can you please tell us about the mission of SOS Mediterranee?
So SOS Mediterranee is really a humanitarian and maritime mission. We did started the activity in 2016. It makes now near than 10 years that we are having ships at sea. We did started the activities with the Aquarius, and now we are working with the Ocean Viking. You said it. And with this Ocean Viking, so that's a big red ship on the Mediterranean Sea, that enabled us to do sea rescue mission on board this ship. To carry out those missions, there's 25 people, rescuers, doctors, nurse, midwife, plenty of different people and work capacity. And a part of them is, you said it also, staff from national societies, from the Red Cross and Red Crescent. So they are coming from all around the world. At sea, for now, we did save more than 40,000 people from the beginning of our action, so from 2016. Mainly that's a sea rescue mission, and we are just saving life of people that leave the coast of Tunisia, Libya, and that are just desperate at sea. I can maybe give a more concrete example, because this morning we were at sea. We did conduct a rescue, so that's the first one of this mission. But then 25 persons are safe now on board the Ocean Viking, and they did left the Libyan shore 4 days ago with only a bottle of water for each person. So it was quite a desperate situation, and the Ocean Viking was there to help them.
Thank you. And what does the partnership with the IFRC adds to this mission?
So much things. I maybe cannot resume it all now. I will concentrate on three things. The first one is people and competencies. Clearly, having staff on board with all those competencies are super helpful for us. There's also some more concrete action, like the Salamat system. All rescued people really use it, and that's a real beacon of hope for them. As soon as we rescue them, they can send a message to their family to say, okay, I'm safe on board the Ocean Viking. And the last part is maybe more the financial one. That's a mission that costs more and more years after years, and the support of the IFRC and all the movement is super important for us.
Birgitte, can you please tell us from the IFRC side, like how did this partnership came to be, and how does it fit into the global migration strategy of the IFRC?
Absolutely. So every day, many people, as we just heard, risk their lives at sea. And what they're searching for is safety, but it's also, in many cases, searching for a better life. They might have fled from conflict zones or from inhumane conditions. They travel in these often unseaworthy, overloaded boats, and they face life-threatening, they're having a life-threatening journey. So as IFRC, the world's largest humanitarian network, we cannot turn a blind eye to that kind of human suffering in the Mediterranean Sea. And especially with so many deaths at sea are avoidable. We know that it's avoidable, but it's still happening. So Our partnership fills an important gap in the humanitarian response to persons at distress at sea. And we are currently lacking a more effective and coordinated approach to this, to the search and rescue mechanism, so that we can prevent more deaths in the central Mediterranean. And there is no national society that has a very clear mandate to operate here, and therefore we thought we need to be there. We consider the Ocean Viking our humanitarian service point at sea, a key component in IFRC's route-based approach to migration. And the work done in the central Mediterranean is the maritime leg, you can call it, of this comprehensive route-based plan. And it's one of the many HSP that we have placed along the migratory routes, not only in Europe, but globally. With very deep respect for all staff and volunteers that are involved, and thanks to our joint efforts over the past 3 years, the Ocean Viking has rescued more than 6,800 people. So just in 3 years, you mentioned a much bigger number. But what is really heartbreaking for me is that there are so many children amongst these people, and bringing them to safety has been a privilege amongst all the very complicated situation that we have been facing. It is, and that we see, I think, month by month, it's a truly life-saving operation, and I think it's really important to stress.
Yeah, these are astonishing numbers indeed when we are talking about human beings, about lives. So what is happening exactly on board of the Ocean Viking once these people have been rescued? How are we supporting them?
Yeah, so I think we already started answering some of this question, but while the SOS Méditerranée is focusing on the search and rescue at sea, the IFRC team on board the boat is focusing on providing humanitarian, we call it post-rescue services, and it includes medical care, it includes first aid, and very importantly, the psychosocial support that is needed, because people are coming out from a really desperate situation. They have been traveling far, and mentally it's really important to give them some assurance that now they've actually found protection, and the psychosocial support becomes extremely important for handling the situation also when people are on board the boat. Of course, we also provide them with food and give them non-food items of what they need when they first get on board. And then they start getting the first information about what are the asylum procedures in Europe that they might go into facing when at shore. So if you want to learn more about the work of the Ocean Viking, I really want to encourage everyone at this international conference to visit the HSP at Sea booth in the humanitarian village. There you'll be able to talk to crew members from SOS Med and from IFRC, and you can see a video featuring the rescue footage. You can see some interviews with crew members and with survivors. Let me also tell you that we are organizing a partners visit in November on board the Ocean Viking. I've done that myself. I think it was extremely enlightening and gave even more respect for me in terms of all the work that is being done. So sign up for that if you can. But any partner who's interested in supporting this life-saving work, we welcome you greatly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Birgitta. So we heard what's happening on board, but what will happen to the migrants once they reach the coast and disembark from the ship?
Thank you for the question. Well, the work of the Italian Red Cross starts when people are still aboard, because we think that added value of this huge project is to give continuity to humanitarian services and giving dignity to people. So our volunteers are present at each landing operation at ports and continue providing food and non-food items, support to the health activities that are conducted at the decks, psychosocial support, collection of information and continuity in terms of vulnerabilities and restoring family links, information, cultural mediator, and in some cases also transfer of migrants from the decks to the reception centers.
Yes, and what are the prospects for social integration in the long term? And how does Italian Red Cross help them to become a part of the society, of the host community?
From that very starting point at the landing of each SAR ship, we start a process with migrants that we assist, providing them with some information and about the process. And it's very important that they can find the Italian Red Cross during the whole process, during the migratory trail in Italy. So we are present at the reception centers, and we focus a lot on protecting and focusing on vulnerabilities. And this is a huge job, especially when we try to focus on them from the very beginning and to give continuity to the referral, especially for unaccompanied minors, families that are separated, victims of trafficking or gender-based violence. So it's our priority to identify them and then to give continuity to the service. We also take care of social inclusion and integration throughout the contact with communities and trying to let the stories of migrants also to the hosting communities, and also giving them some chances for integrating during the stay in Italy, such as with school programs, vocational training programs that will allow them, if they stay in Italy, to really start a new life with dignity and also contributing with their cultural support to the society.
Thank you, Francesca. Yes, I think it's a super important work, and now we see how the process is from the moment of rescuing them at the sea, from their days on board the Ocean Viking and landing, and then being integrated into the society. So thank you for joining me today and sharing your insights on Mediterranean migration. And thank you everyone who was listening to us. And please stay tuned in for further discussions during the international conference. Thank you.